official introduction, the fighter fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 45.7. He's 13, stands 5'2". He fights out of Manchester, top team, and hails from Manchester, Arona, Fieldhouse. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 43.5. He's 14, stands 5 tall. He fights out of Asylum Valley, Judo, and hails from Leeds, Ocean, Davies. Your referee, Mr. Simon Stepnitsky.
Well, the action continues here with another junior MMA contest. This one contested at 46 kilograms. Arona Fieldhouse fighting out of the blue corner. He's in the black leggings and the blue shinnies. He represents Manchester top team as he takes on Asylum Valley Tudo's Ocean Davies in the gray AVT shorts. Touch gloves. And I imagine these guys are going to be quick.
Oh, good sprawl there right off the bat by Fieldhouse.
Look at him trying to control the head there. It was Davies, but Fieldhouse gets out.
Exchanging some nice leg kicks there.
Good shots to the body. Again, no headshots here.
Oh, lovely left hook followed by a left kick by Fieldhouse.
And Davies acknowledges that, gives a little nod, and marches on forward.
Oh, wow.
Fieldhouse now pushing Davies up against the cage, chipping away with a little knee. Digging a little shot into the midsection as well, looking to control his man.
Yeah, initially you got the feeling that maybe it's Davies who wants this fight on the ground, but Fieldhouse comfortable to entertain that as well as they clinch up.
Absolutely, beautiful sprawl out as well from Fieldhouse.
Yeah, someone's clearly worked on their wrestling defense. Really strong work from Fieldhouse there. Oh, and a good kick off of the slide by.
Yeah, Davies is really trying to get in on that distance, get the takedown.
Yeah, looking for a whizzer throw there for a second.
Right up against us now, working hard against the cage. Davies with his back to it. Fieldhouse chipping away.
Yeah, doing
good work by the AVT man to turn. Get his back off the cage, now starting to pressure.
Each man doing a really good job of using his underhook to move his man. Davies shooting for another leg.
And then a nice shot to the body to disengage from Fieldhouse.
Lovely leg kick by Davies there, but eats some body shots for his trouble.
And tries to sprawl in, but on the neck.
Yeah.
Lets him up.
And the difficulty is shooting for takedowns is, it's a high energy expenditure move. And, you fail a takedown attempt a couple times, you're going to be gassed pretty quickly.
Yeah, I'm not sure that really applies when you're 13 years old and aren't sure what it is you shouldn't be able to do yet. Beautiful little scramble there.
Yeah, and Davies forced to pull guard under the pressure of Fieldhouse.
And Fieldhouse ends that round on top. And again, competitive opening 2 minutes for these 46 kilogram juniors.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think the striking was pretty even on both sides, but I think the overall control probably in the Manchester top team corner.
Again, Carl Prince in there now. No doubt espousing some words of wisdom to his young ward. Again, over in the AVT corner, Ocean Davies. Dwarfed by the coach. Is there a fighter in that corner? Ah, yes, there he is. We just see him behind the coaches.
I mean, Robbie has some unfair genetics.
Yeah,
he has no right being that tall, that powerful.
Yeah,
come on, man. Share some of that.
At least a little bit of a beer belly,
Right?
I mean, make the rest of us feel better about ourselves. Thanks, Robbie.
No, that is the abs checker man.
Well, seconds are cleared. Again, Aaron Fieldhouse, Manchester top team in the black leggings, blue corner. Ocean Davies representing Asylum Valley Tudo in the gray shorts. Touch gloves, and we'll see if Ocean started the first round quick, and Arona Fieldhouse kind of rose into it.
Lovely work by Davies there to use the entanglement in the clinch to try and off-balance his man, but Fieldhouse just physically imposing.
Yeah, and chipping away at the body as well.
Is Davies potentially looking to pull guard here as he loops that leg over? No, disengages, looks for a leg kick and a spin, but Fieldhouse keeping really good range there.
On that clinch again, and it's been the AVT man that's been initiating most of this clinch work up against the cage, and again, is he looking to try and drag his man down to the canvas?
Davies is just relentless looking for throws. perhaps here he's able to get into these clinch positions. I'd potentially be calling for some trips, just slightly changing up the style of takedown attempt, because I think Fieldhouse is physically strong enough that an upper body throw is going to be hard to pull off.
Yeah, you say that, but the Greco-Roman and the judo, really nice in the side control. Neon Belly steps over into the full mount.
Come on, Ocean, making me look like an idiot over here. Landing a lovely throw and now looking to isolate that right arm.
Absolutely, but again, good work from the young man on bottom.
Yeah.
Trying to buck, try to pull him in.
Yeah, good job by Ocean.
You want to cross-face that and then hit the body. And of course, no shots to the head means the mount becomes perhaps not as advantageous as...
Yeah, absolutely.
But look at that. That's a nice high mount. He's going to work the arm now. No, he can't.
And so from here, I think he wants to sort of get into... pulling guard here.
Into the triangle.
And if he can underhook the leg.
Not enough time left to work, but a lovely little transition and some good defense on display from Fieldhouse there.
Well, I mean, we must be around a piece here because, you know, that first round was pretty decisively Fieldhouse. That second round, pretty decisively Davies. So it is all to play for here.
That's just going to see which of these young fighters can put the stamp on it.
Exactly. Yeah, Fieldhouse doing such a good job of stuffing all those takedown attempts. You got to think if Davies comes out and gets him to the ground quickly, he might be able to use those submission skills. But who knows? Can Fieldhouse flip the script? Maybe get some top control time of his own.
Well, we're going to see in a moment when those seconds are cleared. But again, the energy and the pace of these young fighters, just obscene.
It's like on a video game if you used unlimited energy cheat or something.
It's like cheat mode.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Well, the seconds are cleared. Are you asking Davies to do anything different?
I don't know. I think I like the pressure with the takedowns. I mean, potentially being a little bit more selective in the shots you take, but overall, that forward grappling pressure it's what he's got to do to win. He clearly has submissions in his arsenal, and the best way to utilize those is get your man to the floor.
Side kick to the body, nice. Trying to engage in the clinch. Davies finishes it with a strong leg kick.
And Tom Crosby in the AVT corner calling Davies forward. Really nice evasion there, just moving out the way of any oncoming shots and shooting for a lovely double transition to the single.
But the takedown defense there was well on point from Fieldhouse. Got his man to rise up very, very quickly.
Thought about going for a guillotine there, but switches back to the overhook and the frame across the neck.
And again, technically, that's about as good a frame as you're going to see, but a wonderful throw by Davies.
Yeah, lovely work there.
Now is he going to try and isolate the arm?
Yeah, potentially looking for Kimuras or Americanas. Got to try and get now his left arm over the head or step into mount as he's done.
Beautiful again. I mean, he cuts through the guard like it's not there. Neon Belly and slides right over.
Yes,
you see how high he brings that mount up as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
No,
and now stuffing his opponent's head up into the cage.
I mean, fighting beyond his years. Fieldhouse here wants to be cautious about extending his arms too much at the bottom of this mount, potentially leaving yourself open to all sorts of arm locks.
Wow, there ain't no stand-up happening here because it's all on Fieldhouse to defend from this bottom position. And look at him. He's trying to buck. He's trying to... But Davies with those, used the hooks well.
Yeah, I mean, Fieldhouse clamping sort of a gable grip around the body of Davies. Ultimately, that'll keep your man in place. But to escape, he needs to do what he's doing here. Get
Beautiful
to
work from, again, Fieldhouse just not knowing when he's done. Chipping away like they're both throwing big shots to the body. What a great fight from these two young athletes.
Lovely stuff. I think Ocean Davies has just pulled that out of the bag.
Well, I'm not even going to pretend to guess. And again, is there really a loser here?
Yeah, oh, absolutely not. I mean, both of these guys, huge positives to take away from both of those performances.
Absolutely wonderful performance from these two young athletes.
I got to say, particularly for Davies, to not get discouraged when that many takedowns were defended,
Yep.
and to keep going and make it work, nearly pulling off submissions multiple times. Really, really impressive grappling.
Our judges have got their work cut out for them. I don't envy them at all. I'm sure Mr. Safkan is getting the judge's decision now. He makes his way into the cage. So without any further ado, let's give it to our MC for the evening, and we will find out who has won this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, what great show of skill for these young lads. Let's put our hands together, please. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 hard-fought rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. All 3 judges scored this in favor of your winner. In the red corner, Ocean Davies. Please show